Welcome back to Kuchu Television, a media project of the Kuchu Diaspora Alliance, USA, your Africa LGBT news source. As we wind up this program today, we need to answer a very, very, very critical question. Really, finally, I want to ask the question, why Kenya? Why is it that most LGBT people are fleeing Uganda into Kenya, while we have countries in Europe, we have America here, we have Canada, we have so many countries across the world? Why Kenya? Robert, want to take on?
Yeah, I think I can talk some few words about this. I think the problem is about visas. The way people get visa from Uganda to these diplomat countries, these Europe countries, it's really very strange. It's a very big process and it's a very discriminative system, I may say, because it's like there is these questions. Do you have money on your account? You need to present your account bank statement so that you have enough money to support you.
And the LGBT is not working.
For us, most of the LGBT people does not own any job. You have to show that you have a family, you have things behind that you are going and you'll be coming back. So I think the problem here, why most of LGBT in Uganda, after this bill passes and everybody is in really on slate and people are looking for where to run for, they cannot go to. I have a history, even I've heard of some of LGBT who went to some of the embassies, reaching down, they said that for them they were there, and I think these people are really very straightforward, because I even laughed when I heard this. So I'm sorry I laughed. It was a sad story, but I have to laugh about it, because when these guys reached at the embassy, they were really frank. They said they need visas because they need to run off asylum. So the embassy was like, no, we don't give visas for the asylum.
Yeah, right.
So these guys, the big problem why most of LGBT in Uganda are just flew to Nairobi is because of the visas. I'm sure it shouldn't be the first choice to make, like I have to run from Uganda to Nairobi. It's like running from the sitting room to the bedroom. So I think the big problem here to me, it's the visas. Maybe, I don't know if my colleague Mawanda will talk about this, maybe to give us a solution, what should we do about these countries, more especially Europe countries, cannot really give our people visas, like if they know that like the prices we have in Uganda. I think there should be something done really for these people to run in the right countries and to be in right hands, because it's their right to seek for the safety, to run for safety.
Safety is important.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Nicholas, do you want to add on this?
Yeah, just to emphasize and stress Robert's point, really the discriminative process of getting visas to the US, to Europe, and other these rich countries that we know of is really so much.
It's discriminative against LGBT people?
Yes, it's very, because I mean, I would give an example through my own experience. They would give a person visa basing on their travel history. And to tell you the truth, many LGBTIs, the grassroots LGBTIs who are right now in Kenya, they've not traveled to Europe before. They've not traveled to the US before.
Not even South Africa.
Not even South Africa. You know, they are asking questions like, you need to prove your family ties in the country where you're coming from. And we very well know these people have been disowned by their own families. They are not married, that they have children. Even those who would want to, they can't because of who they are. Then you tell someone, bring your bank statement. You need to show that you have financial support. These are people who we very well know are not working. Even where they are working in LGBT organizations, they are just earning a stipend for transport and some small food. You know, so you don't expect someone to have such a big amount in a bank, not even having a bank account. So for me, I think that these governments should stop pretending, should stop lying to people that they are pro-LGBT. Like, for example, Canada. Recently, we very well know it was after a lot of advocacy that was done for them to release visas for LGBT activists who have now who are now actually still in Canada for the World Pride. And you know very well, in 2009, I was, and Frank Mugisha, while you were Grand Marshal in Canada, we were denied visas by the same people. So for me, I think this trend, we look at Sweden. Sweden recently also denied visas to people, a group of LGBT
Sweden
activists.
just started denying people now.
Yes, you look at Germany. Germany, about 3 weeks ago, did the same thing. Why are they doing it now? And they very well know that these people, even while they suspect that they might seek asylum in these countries, I think that will be a reason enough for them to actually open doors to protect these people.
Helpless people.
Exactly, because they very well know they are running away from being persecuted, from being, killed for who they are. But why do they shut doors? The other reason that I think of that why we have more LGBTIs in Kenya is the poverty. Buying a ticket to the US it's a lot of money.
About how much US dollars?
My God, it can cost...
The cheapest.
The cheapest should be about $1,800. And those are millions and millions. You don't expect a Ugandan LGBT to have this kind
and
of
how
money.
much does it cost to get to Nairobi?
My God,
Kenya.
It's about $2. It's about
$50?
$50 at most, or even less. $50 at most or less. So you can imagine that someone can come up with $50 and can't come up with
Millions. $1,800.
Yeah. But I also feel that, whereas the system is doing like this, there is a lot that these governments can do to make sure that these countries are accessible for the people who really need to come to these countries.
What should they do?
What should they do? Let these discriminatory systems, the protocols that they have, the immigration protocols. For me, I am calling on the US right now where I am. I came here not because I was lucky that I got the visa this time. Maybe they would have denied. I came here because I had a visa from my previous travels. But I tried to get visas for other colleagues, they were denied. So I'm saying these systems can be revisited and changed so that they suit the environment where we are right now.
Correct.
The systems in Europe that are used for people to access these countries can be changed so that they can suit for a specific group. For me, I look at the LGBTI as a marginalized group.
Among the marginalized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they should be able to revisit these protocols. Let the State Department of this country make sure that the people who are going through injustices right now, who are surviving a day, not knowing if they will be alive tomorrow, access these countries for protection.
Enough of words. We want action.
We want action. We are tired of sitting meetings and promises.
Yeah.
President Obama was very clear that this is a global thing. It's a global issue. LGBT rights are human rights, and it's a global cause. Let the world open up the doors for LGBTIs right now in Kenya to be free, to be protected from whatever they are going through right now.
Thank you very much, and I think there's nothing more we can say about it. This is a very good ending to this program. Thank you very much, colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Mwanda. Thank you, Roberto Caramide. And thank you, our producer out there. Thank you so much. Our viewers, we expect you to keep checking out our channel on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, search Kuchu Diaspora. Kuchu as in Kuchu, Diaspora. You get to our channel and you can see previous clips. Coming up very soon will be a program on Nigeria. Thank you very much.